Unlock self-control, the number one skill most people ignore. Why self-control changes everything. Most people want a better life. They want success. They want confidence. They want peace. But most people feel stuck. They start, they stop, they try again, they quit again. They think the problem is talent. They think the problem is intelligence. They think the problem is luck. But the real problem is much simpler and much harder to accept. The problem is self-control. Self-control is the ability to guide yourself. It is the ability to choose what is right over what is easy. It is the ability to act even when you do not feel like acting. Self-control decides your future more than talent, more than motivation, more than intelligence. You can be smart and still fail. You can be talented and still fail. You can be motivated and still fail. But if you have strong self-control, you can build almost anything. Self-control is not loud. It is not exciting. It does not look impressive. It works quietly. It works daily. It works when nobody is watching. That is why most people ignore it. They chase motivation instead. They chase shortcuts. They chase quick results. And they stay stuck. Self-control is the skill that creates real success. Not fast success, not fake success, but real success that lasts. Most people try to control the world. They want to control other people. They want to control situations. They want life to be easy. But they do not control themselves. They wake up late. They scroll on their phone for hours. They eat what they know is bad for them. They react with anger. They quit when things feel hard. They say they want change, but their actions say something else. Self-control is the missing link. When you control yourself, everything changes. You start to keep promises to yourself. You start to trust yourself. You start to feel strong inside. You stop feeling like a victim. You stop blaming the world. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You begin to act. Self-control does not mean being perfect. It does not mean never making mistakes. It means choosing better more often. It means stopping yourself before doing something you will regret. It means starting something even when you feel tired. Self-control is a muscle. If you train it, it grows stronger. If you ignore it, it becomes weak. Most people never train it. They let emotions decide. They let comfort decide. They let fear decide. And then they wonder why life feels out of control. Think about your daily life. Every day is full of small choices. Wake up or sleep more. Study or scroll. Work or delay. Speak calmly or explode with anger. These choices look small, but they are not small. They shape your habits. Your habits shape your life. Self-control is the power behind these choices. Without self-control, you choose comfort. With self-control, you choose growth. Comfort feels good now. Growth feels hard now. Comfort gives you nothing later. Growth gives you everything later. Many people believe self-control is impossible. They say they are just not disciplined. They say they are lazy by nature. This is not true. Self-control is not a personality. It is a skill. And skills can be learned. Nobody is born with strong self-control. Strong people are built. They build themselves one small choice at a time. Look at successful people. They are not always smarter. They are not always more talented. But they do one thing differently. They control themselves. They control their time. They control their emotions. They control their habits. They wake up when they should. They work when they should. They stop when they should. They do the right thing even when it feels boring. even when it feels uncomfortable. That is the part people do not see. People see the results. They see success. They see confidence. They do not see the quiet discipline behind it. Self-control is invisible power. It shows up early in the morning, when the alarm rings and you want to sleep more. It shows up late at night, when you want to quit, but you keep going. It shows up in silence, when nobody is watching. This is where real strength is built. Many people wait for motivation. They say, I will start when I feel ready. I will work when I feel inspired. Motivation feels good, but motivation is unstable. It comes, it goes. Some days you feel strong, some days you feel empty. If you depend on motivation, your life becomes unstable. Self-control is different. Self-control stays. It acts even when motivation disappears. It says, do it anyway. That voice changes lives. Self-control helps you repeat good actions. Not once, not twice, but every day. Repetition creates habits. Habits create identity. Identity creates destiny. This is how change really happens. Not with one big decision, but with many small decisions. Self-control connects them all. Most people fail not because they want too little. They fail because they cannot control small moments. They want big success, but they lose to small temptations. They lose to their phone. They lose to comfort. They lose to excuses. Self-control wins these small battles, and winning small battles builds big lives. Self-control does not remove freedom. It creates freedom. Without self-control, you are controlled by impulses, by emotions, by habits you did not choose. With self-control, you choose your direction. You decide when to act. You decide when to stop. You decide who you become. That is real freedom. Many people think self-control makes life boring. The opposite is true. Without self-control, life becomes chaotic, messy, stressful. With self-control, life becomes clear, calm, purposeful. You waste less energy. You regret less decisions. You feel more peace inside. Self-control is not about punishment. It is about respect. Respect for your future. Respect for your goals. Respect for yourself. Every time you choose discipline, you say, my future matters. Every time you resist temptation, you say, I am in control. That feeling is powerful. You do not need to control everything. You do not need to control other people. You only need to control yourself. That one skill changes everything. This is why self-control is the #1 skill most people ignore. It is simple, it is quiet, it is not exciting, but it works. And it works every day. Part 2. The inner battle. Comfort versus growth. Delayed gratification. Every day, a quiet battle happens inside your mind. It does not make noise. Nobody sees it. But this battle decides your life. Most people think life is hard because of the world, because of money, because of other people, because of bad luck. The truth is different. The hardest battle is inside you. It happens when your alarm rings. It happens when you feel tired. It happens when you feel bored. It happens when you feel angry. Your mind gives you two choices: comfort or growth. Comfort is easy. Comfort feels safe. Comfort feels warm. Growth is hard. Growth feels uncomfortable. Growth feels uncertain. Most people choose comfort. They sleep more. They scroll more. They delay again. They avoid effort. And slowly, their life stays the same. Comfort is dangerous because it feels harmless. It does not look like a problem. It feels normal. Just 5 more minutes. Just one more video. Just start tomorrow. These choices look small, but comfort is addictive. The more you choose it, the weaker your self-control becomes. Your mind learns one lesson: avoid discomfort. And when life becomes hard, your mind runs away. Growth works differently. Growth asks for effort. Growth asks for patience. Growth asks for discomfort. Growth does not feel good at first. It feels heavy. It feels slow. It feels boring. That is why most people avoid it. But growth gives rewards later. Comfort gives pleasure now. Growth gives freedom later. This is the real difference. Self-control is the force that helps you choose growth, even when comfort is calling you. Self-control does not remove discomfort. It helps you face it. It helps you sit with it. Discomfort is not your enemy. Discomfort is a teacher. Every time you face discomfort, your mind becomes stronger, just like a muscle. No muscle grows without resistance. Your mind is the same. Many people wait for discomfort to disappear. They say, "I will act when it feels easier." But growth never feels easy at the beginning. If you wait for comfort, you wait forever. Successful people understand this. They do not wait for comfort. They move with discomfort. The inner battle is simple: your present self against your future self. Your present self wants pleasure, wants rest, wants comfort. Your future self wants strength, wants freedom, wants growth. Every decision is a vote. Who do you support? Your present self or your future self? This is where delayed gratification becomes powerful. Delayed gratification means waiting. It means choosing later rewards over now pleasure. It means saying no now to say yes later. This skill changes lives. Most people fail because they want everything now: results now, success now, comfort now. But life does not work that way. Strong results come later. Look at simple examples. Watching videos feels good now. Learning a skill feels hard now. Eating junk food tastes good now. Healthy food builds energy later. Sleeping late feels good now. Waking early builds discipline later. Everywhere in life you see this choice: easy now or better later. Delayed gratification is not about suffering. It is about wisdom. It is about understanding time. Short pleasure is loud. Long reward is quiet. Short pleasure disappears fast. Long reward stays. People who win in life choose long reward again and again. Delayed gratification trains your mind. It teaches patience. It teaches focus. It teaches control. It tells your mind, "I am in charge." This feeling builds confidence, not fake confidence, real confidence. Confidence that comes from trust in yourself. Most people avoid delayed gratification because it feels uncomfortable. They think discomfort means something is wrong. This belief is false. Discomfort often means growth is happening. If you feel discomfort, you are training. If you feel resistance, you are improving. Comfort means nothing is changing. The inner battle never ends. It happens every day, but it gets easier. Not because life becomes easier, but because you become stronger. The self-control makes you stronger. At first, the battle feels intense. Your mind screams, your body resists. But every time you win a small battle, the next one becomes easier. Small wins matter. Choosing to focus for 10 minutes, choosing not to react in anger, choosing to stop scrolling. These moments look small. They are not small. They build inner strength. Many people fail because they try to win big battles first. They try to change everything. They try to be perfect. They burn out. Self-control grows slowly, one small win at a time. That is the correct way. The mind loves comfort because comfort feels safe. But comfort also keeps you weak. Growth feels unsafe, but growth makes you capable. Capable people feel calm. Weak people feel anxious because they know they cannot handle challenges. Self-control gives you ability. Ability removes fear. Fear is often not about danger. Fear is about lack of control. When you trust yourself, fear loses power. Self-control builds this trust. Delayed gratification also protects your energy. When you chase pleasure all day, you feel tired. When you chase purpose, you feel strong. This sounds strange, but it is true. Meaning gives energy. Comfort drains it. Many people say they are tired, but they are not tired from work. They are tired from distraction. They waste energy on things that do not matter. Arguing, scrolling, complaining. Self-control cuts this noise. It protects your energy. When you choose growth, your life becomes clearer. You know what matters, you know what does not. This clarity feels powerful. Delayed gratification is also about respect. Respect for your future self. You stop stealing from tomorrow to feed today. You stop trading long-term peace for short-term pleasure. This shift changes your life direction. The inner battle teaches responsibility. You stop blaming others. You stop blaming circumstances. You understand something important. Every choice is yours. This truth is uncomfortable, but it is empowering because control returns to you. Many people run from this truth. They prefer excuses. Excuses feel light. Responsibility feels heavy. But responsibility gives power. Excuses give nothing. Self-control is accepting responsibility. When you practice delayed gratification, your identity changes. You stop saying, "I try." You start saying, "I choose." This language matters. Choice creates ownership. Ownership creates strength. Growth always asks a price. The price is discomfort. Most people refuse to pay it. That is why growth is rare. Self-control helps you pay the price. Not all at once, but daily. You do not need to win every battle. You only need to win more often. Progress is enough. Perfection is not required. The inner battle never disappears, but it becomes familiar. You recognize it. You pause. You choose growth. Again and again. This is how delayed gratification shapes destiny. Not in one big moment, but in thousands of small choices, each one building a stronger you. Part 3. Routine, emotional control, saying no, consistency. Final transformation. Self-control becomes real inside your daily routine, not in big dreams, not in strong feelings, but in small actions you repeat. A routine is a promise you keep every day. It removes chaos from your life. It gives your mind fewer decisions. It protects your energy. When you wake up at the same time, your body learns discipline. When you start your day with intention, your mind feels safe. Safety creates focus. Many people wait for motivation to start. That is a mistake. Motivation is weak. Routine is strong. Routine works even when you feel tired. Routine works when you feel bored. Routine works when you feel lazy. You do not need a perfect routine. You need a simple one. Wake up, make your bed, drink water, move your body, study or work for a short time. Small actions done daily build self-respect. Self-respect builds confidence. Confidence builds control. Your routine should match your life, not someone else's life, not a video you watched. Start with what you can do. 5 minutes is enough. 10 minutes is powerful. Do not try to change everything at once. That is how people fail. Change one habit. Protect it. Repeat it. Routine is not about punishment. It is about freedom. When your day is planned, your mind relaxes. When your mind relaxes, emotions calm down. Emotional control is the next battle. Emotions are not enemies, they are signals, but they are bad leaders. If emotions control your actions, your life becomes unstable. One day you work, one day you quit. Self-control means you act even when emotions say stop. It means you pause before reacting. When anger rises, you breathe. When fear appears, you wait. When sadness comes, you do not run. You observe. You choose. This pause is power. Most people react immediately. They shout, they eat, they scroll. You choose something different. You give yourself time. Time weakens emotion. Time gives clarity. You do not need to kill emotions. You need to manage them. Speak less when emotional. Decide later. This habit alone can change your life. Now comes one of the hardest skills. Saying no. Every yes costs energy. Every yes takes time. If you say yes to everything, you say no to yourself. Saying no feels uncomfortable, but it protects your future. You say no to late nights. You say no to junk food. You say no to people who drain you. You do not need to explain every no. Silence is enough. Strong people respect boundaries. Weak people feel offended by them. When you say no, guilt may appear. That is normal. Guilt is the price of growth. Pay it once, enjoy freedom later. Each no makes the next no easier. Now your life becomes simpler. Fewer distractions, more focus. Focus creates consistency. Consistency is the real secret, not talent, not intelligence. Small actions repeated daily beat big actions done once. You will miss days. That is normal. Do not quit because you failed once. Return the next day. Consistency is not perfection. It is returning again and again. Your brain learns from repetition. Your identity changes slowly. One day you wake up different, not suddenly, but clearly. You feel calmer. You react less. You choose better. This is transformation. Transformation is quiet. No fireworks, no applause. Just a new you. You keep promises to yourself. You trust yourself. Life starts to respond. Opportunities appear. People respect you. Not because you are loud, but because you are solid. Self-control gives you direction. Direction gives meaning. You stop drifting, you start building. You are no longer controlled by moods. You are guided by values. This is real success. It starts small. One routine, one pause, one no. Repeat it, protect it, become it. That is the power of self-control. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Self-Study Every Day for more helpful lessons. Leave a comment and tell me what you want to learn next.